Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today we're gonna compare these two guys. This is the Benchmade 943 and this is the Benchmade 940-1. And we're gonna see similarities and differences between these two. But let's check out first what they have in common. Because first of all, they have, in common the same designer, Osborne. They are both like axis lock knives, as you can see right over here. The clip is exactly the same clip, from a slab of steel, just like bent like that. So same shape, same size. The blade length is going to be also the same. Like you have a 3.4-inch blade over here, as well as the blade stock. It's gonna be right the same. Even if blade shape is gonna be different, you're gonna have the illusion that this is gonna be a thinner stock just because of this wedge is just more refined, but no, stock it's the same thickness. The opened length is gonna be also the same, as well as the closed length of these two guys. And these are all the things they have in common. So everything else is going to be pretty much different. Of course, these blue screws are aftermarket. So you're going to have, the base model is going to have same screws of this one. So T6 and T10 for the pivot. They're going to be, matte black coated steel screws for the 940-1. Something that catches your eyes at first is that this has like a carbon fiber scale, whereas this one has an aluminum with a matte coating scales. So that's one. Also, the main difference between these two is going to be the blade. So 940-1 is sporting like a reverse modified Tanto blade. The 943 instead has just a clip point blade. All right. Also the steel, it's going to be different. This is S30V and this one is going to be S90V. So very different steels, very different price, of course. So this S90V will have like much higher edge retention than your S30V, but S30V is going to be easier to sharpen, and it's gonna take less time to you during that process. It's like a trade-off. You need to pick if you prefer like edge retention or easiness of sharpening. Also, like being different steels, they're gonna have different hardness. In fact, the S90V is hardened like from between like 59 and 61 HRC, whereas this guy is going to be like 58 to 60 roughly. Also, like the function of this blade is going to be different because, for example, if your main task is going to be like chopping and slicing, I would go with this guy. Whereas if you have to pierce or stab things, I would definitely pick up a clip point for sure. You have a very slight difference in handle thickness. In fact, the 943 has thicker carbon fiber scales, like 0.44 inches, whereas this one is going to be like 0.41 inches thick. So just a slight difference. It's barely noticeable, but you can see like right over here that the carbon fiber is just thicker. Of course, the weight is going to be different because carbon fiber is going to be lighter than aluminum. In fact, this one is going to be 2.44 ounces and this is going to be 2.9 ounces. Also, something that doesn't, jump to the eye right away, it's that these screws, these has standoffs, of course, and this has, like a backspacer, anodized, and these standoffs are instead requiring two screws, one from this side, one from this side, whereas on this design handle, there's screws only on one side, you see, except for this one, which is, like two, but these, as you can see, are going through. So this one just sticks out like this one, so quite different over here. You also have another option, like for a G10 version, which is the 940, and 940 is gonna have, you know, basically same design, same everything. It's gonna have this blade shape, but not in S90V. It's gonna be S30V, and the weight is gonna be around 2.65 ounces. So there you have it. This was my comparison between the 940-1 and the 943, both from Benchmade. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.